which now got married and gave birth to Elegbe.
Prince Elegbe's grandmother, that is Iye not Biye Prince Elegbe, came from a community called Umoghun. That is a community. Prince Elegbe. I'm trying to establish some of these very vital points. It will help us during the course of the history. Now, Prince Elegbe, however, is a direct descendant of Okhua through maternal line. So he wanted, by right, next Oba of Benin. The Benin, the Ihogbe, who determines who will present historically from history, Norioba, that will present it to the Usama. The Usama role is to crown. Omaniyo Begi presents in Uzama or Uzama crown. It has always been. Uzama do not participate in the selection process of the king. It is not their role because they don't know who is the first son of the Oba of Benin or who is the right heir to the throne. Their own is that once the Ogbe had presented it to them, they will crown. But now there was a problem. The problem is Prince Elegbe felt that he's a direct descendant of his grandfather. Automatically, he's supposed to be the next Oba of Benin. But the chiefs understood that Egbiye Oya Ovioba through the maternal line. All right? Oya Egboba, not through patrilineal Egbira. Instead, they now looked for his grandfather, which is about Uwakwan's younger brother, which was called Prince Ehemie. That Prince Ehemie has a legitimate claim also to the throne. So there were now two candidates. Prince Elegbe, the grandson of Oba Uwakwan, then Prince Ehemie, the younger brother of Oba Uwakwan, who is a grand uncle to Prince Elegbe.
Yeah.
These were the two aspiring possible candidates for the throne of the Ogisos. But it's a problem. What will the Edo people now do to curtail another problem that might create another interregnum? You know, they just came out from interregnum not even long ago.
Ote Oba Uwasonye, Edo, the chiefs now selected, as you can see, because Olegbe is from the mother, the maternal side, Uvio Hueno. So the discussion was going on. They now choose the brother of Oba Uwasonye, which is a direct son of Oba Eweka. Okay, there were not two of them.
The Oromi and Duduwa interregnum of about 70 years. What do we do now to curtail this situation? Then I said, who will eventually be able to bury Oba Uwakwan by providing, in other words, they seek for the native doctor to come and provide solution to the problem. Then when the native doctor came, he now said, one of the most important ritual material for the burial of Oba Uwakwan, whoever that can be able to provide it first, automatically will become the Oba of Benin. He gave them a prescription. Noga mepa mo emila naka boko yohun. Nogame ba mo Mila na aha. It's aha. Not boko your own. Emila, it's Emila in Benin. It's not cow. It's us. So some of you who understand English, us, O X, O X, ox. Then aha is the weaver bird. You understand? Like the ox, the Emila was a domesticated animal in old.
Please, power
all right.
tap.
Thank
you.
They are not like wild. They are wide. They are not like wild animals. So because of the hardly move, they not have their horns are not as thick and big as a stem of a tree. That the weaver bird, mistake the horn of this Emila as a stem of a wood. Or the bokoyo will not build a nest. So Emila naha bokoyo, translated in English, it means an os. That the weaver bird has built a nest on its horn. Whoever that can provide that ritual material, all right, whoever that can provide that ritual material will be crowned the Oba of Benin. That was a ritual material. Now, to the Benin people, those in Benin, it was a myth. They have never heard of whether that kind, they have never heard the Fred Agbeka, you relax. The person who told the story, who documented the story, is one of the brightest Oriomon scholar.
You see, these works you are seeing here, it was documented by an historian from Iyekoriomo, from Oriomo. What he's saying here now, the true story of how this thing happened. Still an Oriomo historian did this work, documented it. So it's not something where somebody go fabricate or lies.
To date, late Dr. Aishen is probably the first medical surgeon trained in University of London in the history of Orion. His grandfather, Idemudia, was the only survivor of the war. Nama, that was not, the British did not penalize or sentence to death. Idemudia. Idemudiani is the founder of Oben. And Idemudia, my that's my mentor's grandfather, his own father, Aishem, became the first BTC secretary. That he was the first secretary of the palace, and he was also an Onsa of Ole Arosa. So he came from a long line of historian. So he has documented it. So those umoghun okhua lies that you guys are talking about, it's what I want to correct. There's nothing like umoghun okhua at the time of this history. The original umoghun is umoghun ehere, which is umoghun ozwagbo. And that is what I want people to analyze. And I'll give you reasons. I'll give you statistics.
Umoghun ehere, because umoghun okhua na maro ni gwakan babudo. Umoghun okhore oni ati umoghun ozwagbo. Umoghun ozwagbo.
Umoghun okhua is now seen as greater than umoghun ozwagbo. Like I have said, at this time, it was one of the sons of Elegbe that went to found umoghun okhua. Yeah. So that means Elegbe was already existing. Umoghun ehere was already existing. I will explain all of this. Just calm down. Exactly. Late Panashen wrote the most extensive, a full book was written on this matter. And before he died, I had interviewed him on this matter. So I have a first-class knowledge. On this matter. So now, according to the Benin elders, it was a myth. It doesn't exist. According to the Benin, the people in present-day Benin City, it doesn't exist. But they didn't know that in Iyekoriomo, that animal exists. All right? And all of that. So, Then when Prince Elegbe was told, and I said, okay, he carried a lot of his courtiers, a lot of his servants and all of that, and they embarked on a travel to his grandmother's village. Get on your say, now you know, pay attention. Iye no Biye came from a community called Omogo Atiae. That was the original name. Ogis Seva, when he got to the village, passing through the crossing the Evaro, the river, crossing through the Evaro, crossing Igbewe. All right. Then Adana, the 5 junction at present day Ugoni Ekoreomo, Adanako. There was a mighty tree, Nana Atiako. You know, it was a very mighty tree. They said it was still there till even in the 80s. Yeah. It's a legendary tree that's in the 5 junction where you can branch to that. You're going straight, whether you're going to Ronikbe, whether you're going to the side of Oben, or going to the side of Umoghun, you know, or if you're going straight to Ewisi and all of that. Omogo, that was the original name. When he got to the village of Omogo, that's where his own grandmother came from. He not being grandmother. You understand? Ewakiri, Ogisewa, he told those people and told them that Watokbe, Yari Obabedo, but Avenido Moe Emilana Ahaboko Yohun. All right? And the elders of the village, so they are Atokbe, my prince, Emilania Wakoyo Kore, and he saw a lot of all of these animals. All right, it was a myth to them in Benin City, but they never really knew that this thing existed. It abounds in the thick forest of Yekoreomo. It abounds. You understand? So, and they said they were willing to give him when he was ready to return back to Benin. All right? Then the Benins felt that they have cajoled him. All right? Felt that they have cajoled him. So eventually he was given, when after some few days, about setting out back to Benin, then they had to, they saw a perfect description.
Benin means Adeso Edo, because Yekoriom right from time is always villages to Edo. You know, like you see Ovia, all these villages in Edo, the same way Yekoriom was a village to Edo, the Benin city Adeso Edo.
Emilana Ahabokoyon, and they actually brought it, get it prepared for the journey back to Benin. So it was coming to Benin.
Not that Yekoriom is different from Benin. No, they are villages, as it is even up to this day.
The Benin now heard that a Prince Elegbe Ogelemie Ahemenine. So instead, Emila, they just that Adanako that is I think I saw some. It's inside that Adanako. That is where Ugo came from. Ewake Bugo. I'm going to give you all of this story. Adani Sewano. Everybody that is going must stop there. That is the heart of Ugo. All right. Okay, we're going there. So
Adanako Goye.
So, like I was saying, so Edona do one instead, in their own Wedoku charades, they just look for one Emila, Emila, nest, moyo ugon.
Bedoku. Rundabo Ovioku Olegbe Yebekin Vena Tidesin Wamiona Ovioku Gardon Ije or Bioi Zebe Oba Wasonye Omamo Mokia Omoko Nije Bie Obiolegbe Ovioku Eno from the maternal side. That's why even are bedoku aina mi ke yagwale mi na mure dona gi mwe otien oba wasonye ijoba Wami orunda oni oyebe sikese. Oni oyebe egbe runda otien oba wasonye nekere ni agi muyoba otien oba ino nekere. Oba ne notona riorwe no oba wasonye.
The horn. Then they just quickly ask Prince Ehemi to perform the rites, the burial rites of Oba Waikwan, its elder brother. All right, they just quickly performed it and they quickly crowned him the Oba of Benin. So then Prince Elegba has already gotten to a place now called Oka. He has gotten to a place now called Oka. When the news got to him that Amobabe never do, that his grand.
Only about give my Milani deo. Ogisoka, Evani, Ijotana, Yostaso, Hoguya mobile like Doni. Ogida Republic, you won't even what blockade. You I better write again because it be like say I block you. Evani, Emena Yava here where Amobane Redo Kia Camilano, Itemuki Yokorion one day. Ivani, we know China, Wabege, or Yota, so you where a mobile ye Kia Camilani, Vani, and I where ye would a big beraba, yeah, or leg be, one damn you.
Uncle has just been crowned as the Oba of Benin. He felt pained, he felt betrayed, he felt pained, he felt betrayed, I don't know how to explain how he felt at that moment, because to him, the line of his grandfather has just been cut off. And Oba Waikwan lines will never going to experience what it takes to be the Oba of Benin ever again.
All right, that was the bitterness there. Oba Waikwan, when not born male child, he can't believe, say, since they don't put in brother now, that means that lineage, they not go fit become Oba again there. So the whole thing don't finish like that. That was now his grief, his grievances. Now that one, now he can the bitterness when he can get now. You understand me? Because he now is not a direct son of the late Oba. So now, even as Sintra reached to be go carry the Emila come now, he not still walk. Then they still go put the late Oba's brother, his junior brother, now they come crown the Oba. So he felt bad then.
He felt betrayed. At that point in time, where the news met with him, he ruled a line and planted an ihimi tree there. He created an enogi. The enogi is still there to date. And called that place Oka. That place has always been called, but that Oka, he called it Oka umoghun, not Nomayo. It's Oka, it's close to the market. Oka umoghun, where the war begins. That's what it means. Umoghun, where the war begins. He wrote a line and said that oh, okay, I think he now turned. He now backed Benin, he now faced Orion. Like Kema Bari Kiniema Dada, Niema Oda, he declared a kingdom of his own immediately.
Esebe that ashawo now. Una no fit give it to Igbo, una no fit give to Benin. Esa rive do, when I rive bagwe now. Una the fight where una one push on to na lie. Why una get song? Esa rive do, when I rive bagwe. Because anytime when you come here, I don't want you to comment. Now una they always they do SB. Una don't see where Igbo get a shower song or Bini get a shower song, you know they. So nobody they carry on from una. Because now only that one na sabi right. Now only that one because una know say that ashawo na they tell no na some people. So now they find where else to push on to. Now lie now. Nobody they carry on from una. Una see where Yoruba don't get song of ashawo. Where Bini don't get song of ashawo. Where Hausa don't get song of ashawo. Hey, now only una. Ese bay, Isha, Esa river do, in when a river bagwe. That's why when I old mama, they'll go do a shower rich old age. Because now history with the teach here now. Now you can still call because when the 5 way on a one push a shower, you don't go red. Now see the look, since the human trafficking, the palace put the stop to human trafficking and a shower now when Isha women still they do a shower. All the people where they do a shower that time from other tribe, all of them don't enter house. Now, Isha women, because they use a shower swear for them. Isha people, because any platform wanna enter and that one go right. Me, I don't see any other tribe when I shower gum as it take gum mission. So they una get song. Una mama they go the bleach for Esa land. Then go old. Then go see the bleach whether they take do a shower. A shower swear for them. People. Because the only thing you know how to comment about because you want to find somewhere else to push your shower to. You know go work for them. Nobody get Esa river do in when a river bagwe. That a shower now. Shit elsewhere. Because any place when I enter and that one I go comment. If not be that one, then when I go say only, those are the two things. They find where when I want push on a shower where they take swear for them. Ishan people go, you know, go walk. We are who river do in when I river bagwe. To your lazy Ishan men. See all men abroad now. Even the Edo men, if they don't have job, they will be doing charity. No, you lazy shaman. You are the one. You are not even up to men. Any better man for Isha. All of una make puriye zuo hunde. Una go de drink so drink. Go look Andrew Vinona. Una go de Chris. Well, do in when I bagwe. We they do history class here. Una see carry una shower after una go the fire Igbo. Una want give a shower. Edo una want give a shower. Yoruba una want na lie. No song there for any other tribe. Now una esa river do inwe na river bagwe. Esa river do inwe na river bagwe. Don't go fit give her to any other person. Now una be a shower. Starting from una blishy. Where una old mama for air and land where they fly. They go still they do a shower. Push that a shower. Why is have you seen Yoruba get a shower song? Or Igbo get a shower song? Or Edo get a shower song? Calabar get a shower song? Urobo get a shower song? No be ole esa river do in when a river bagwe. Find where una one push and go. The palace put the stop to human trafficking, which eventually make a shower to stop. Some few people where they do a shower, all of them stop a shower. Now only una isha. A shower not let una stop because they use and swear for them. You work babanere. Those are the only two things I see you committing. Everywhere, if you come here, any platform, una the find where una walk carry a shower go give. Now. Two things from there, esa ole, esa na shawa. River do, in when a river bag o wagbe. You are about lagwagbe. Idiots. No, yes, so, but the truth I'm saying, Saga O'Clock News. Me, I never see where truly, you understand? Igbo people that time, When they go see the singer like oh baby sawa lele ashi. Say that the singer for Igbo women. But Isha Ashawo 90 pass. Isha and they carry World Cup for Ashawo. Because Isha Ashawo they use a swear for them. Because up to their old mama for Isha, they go see they do Ashawo. They'll see the bleach. So they use a swear for some people. Who are you when you very? They're not the fit talk any other thing again. Biddy people, that one not they let una talk. Palace, Oba. No, una the find way una one carry una shower go give. Don't use una sing. You know be that a do. I don't sing another shower song. Join Nuna. The find where who you want give a shower. When it be say your old mama for a son. Na so a shower. Blishy people. So Ekebanipa always ole ogbu wahun olori buruku. No be that if they can't no naso. Nemi imagine na muwoji. Wa gbe o jealousy ogbu wahun igba igbe den wari agbonse.
He declared a kingdom of his own immediately.
So now when Olegbe Konri Shokana, now there with this so because in converse now, you know no say because him be woman child, where Ovio Hoyin him, Edoko Yegbe Verio, you understand? So on his behalf now, they can crown the other brother as a king now. So he now felt bad. He can't draw that line. That is a battle line. He now decides say he must fight Benin. Say he not go back to only Adeso Edo. We are still talking about Benin now. Still the same Benin kingdom. It's only that Ijekoriomos, there are villages like Ovia or every other okhua and all that we have villages in Edo. So he can't draw that battle line. Is the front. Say from now on, you know, go enter Benin again.
Fona created a sort of a vassalage in Edotie again ago in Ibode, like a centering camp, using the enogi that he created at Oka like a centering camp to be able to give him feedback should in case Edo Moko go in a day. So he created a centering camp. Benins have always known historically to always create centering camps. Just like when we created a centering camp at a place now called Agenebode. From the Benin word, Ago Enibode. That's a centering camp. People who wash. They say, Ima de now, when I ask them, you there, no, they say, Ima Mokode, all the time, doing Mokode, a centering camp from Ago Enibode. That central camp was created during the time of Benin Ida War. It was created during the time of the Benin Ida War. That's the central camp. Right? Exactly. So he created that at Okanumungoen. He created an enogi. That's why they still have an enogi. That enogi that he created was created by Prince Elegbe. The enogi is still there. Was created by Elegbe. All right. So he created it, and he moved. He moved and went to.
Eva so ni mamo boy emi dani vi sanahi. Asha wona gba sanji na esari vedona. Iya gwale ekeni awi ehe. Wa ega wi egi amu were gbe give santana. Cause Asha woni here ego giya no. Ami ae esari vedo inwinari bu gbagwe. Iya give a table ve give bini oba bini. Better ashawo. Because they find where they want pull and go down. Go fit pull and. Wanya shawoni yes and river doing when a river back go. They push her back to there. Have me down.
his maternal grandmother's village, Umoghun, where he had gotten that Emila Nakabokoyon in the first place, and still there. There became the capital. I want people to listen, because this is where I'm having issues with some people who are not trying to take the glory of another and give it to another. It's although I've never said that Ugu Kingdom never once existed. Never once existed. It no longer exists. Never once existed. It existed. But the capital of Ugu Kingdom was at Umoghun, which is now called Umoghun Zuagbo.
Oni Umoghun Ekere, Umoghun Zuagbo. That was where he wanted, the Olegbe wanted to establish the capital, which we can still see in Concordia, because in Concordia they tried to divide the Benin Kingdom. Just as Godwin Obaseki carry all of the daddy, trying to trying to balkanize the Benin Kingdom. That was what was still going on now. He now declared from that Okada spot, they're making the capital, say he no go enter Benin again, making just they do in all they go. In other words, trying to divide the Benin Kingdom. So now it still happened there.
Right? Once existed, and it was there. That was the capital. For hundreds of years, for about 400 years, Ugu Kingdom had existed.
The capital can't there for Umoghun Ekere. This thing just now. Umoghun Zogba. Umoghun Zuogba. Eaga tie Umoghun Ekere nana. So he can't try to say an idea be the capital now. Olegbe. So listen.
Independent from Benin. And it is the descendants of Elegbe that was the ruler, every first son. So Elegbe had about 11 children. Elegbe had 11 children. The first of his line became the Enogie. Also became, the first is when Elegbe died, his first son became the next Obanugu. All right. His second son was called Olodagweze. He crowned himself. He didn't leave. Elegbe never left Umoghun Zuagbo. I don't know what your question is. You understand? So Elegbe never left there. There was a capital. The one you guys now call Umoghun Zuagbo was a capital for 400 years until Obaihengboda, who eventually conquered the Ugu Kingdom, brought war to Ugu Kingdom. And his camp, where he cannot be campy, was called Urewe. Urewe till the 80s, because Obaihengboda built camp there, created Iya, because he stayed there for quite a very long time. There are some things that were replicated. There are Ikun, there are Iya, Ihengboda market that was created because he spent some time. Urewe was where he planned, he orchestrated the master plan of defeating the Obanugu at that time, which was called Igion. Igion was the last Obanugu, was the last king.
You understand? Because in Constigo name himself Oba for there. Now that so the Ugu word take on Obanugu Irioyare. Bamioy. Now so the word take on me back. Because he don't try a kind of balkanizing the Benin Kingdom now. He go to me go to. So he not decided, say, if to be Oba for that side.
Ugu Kingdom, Igion was his name, and it reigned during the time of Obaihengboda. Now, like I was saying,
and I mean, on your Obaihengboda ascended the throne when he take carry war to destroy Ugu Kingdom.
They had 11 children. His first son eventually took the mantle of leadership from him. His second son was called Olodagweze. Olodagweze was left Umoghun, the capital, to establish an alternative Umoghun, which is now regarded as Umoghun Okhua. So that means every Enogi of umoghun okhua ancestrally is a younger brother to every Enogi of umoghun Zwagbo. That's what it means.
Yes.
That is the first thing I want to establish for people to know.
Because umoghun Zwagba even the son of Elegbe, and I go find the umoghun okhua.
All right, that is the first thing I want to make people know. All right. Igeon was the last Obanugu. He was defeated. When he was defeated, he ran to a place in present-day Ekpoma.
Igeon was the last Obanugu. Yonga the last Buddha. When he destroyed the Ugu something where they began there. Understand me, so where they call kingdom that time. Igeon is the name of the last. Where did he?
And after some time, he came back. Oba Buddha gave him a pardon. All right, and now made him subservient because at the time the war came.
Okay, Mogurema. If you go, oh no, I know the insult. God forbid. You understand? Because this, what we are doing here now, these are works of the greatest historian from Iyekoriomo. You understand? Okay, thank you. No, I don't feel insult anybody. So that brokos now make me. Yeah, uhundana no babena. Now make me say make I can't do one because I know if you use math now, I don't first come blind, can't they explain. So it's better because this very history we are talking about now, historian from Iyekoriomo, the greatest historian Dr. I swear from Iyekoriomo, now document this history. You understand that our brother is narrating here now, Imaso Izodowa. This thing, me too, I know about it. Now it make me the chip in something. So that's that.
So mighty on the umoghun Zwagbo. It was so mighty that a lot of their wives, almost all their wives, ran to the other umoghun, which is the umoghun okhua. And because of the population that left the original umoghun, went to populate the another umoghun.
Yeah.
It now swelled. When the war ended, Igbama.
Because already the son of Olegbe don't go establish or fund this umoghun okhua where we they see today. But from the beginning, it was umoghun ekere, umoghun no zuogba. Okay, doki umoghun ekere.
No bad. Nikale, Yoha, and all of that. They also went to join their mothers and their wives at what you now refer to as umoghun okhua today. So umoghun nehere or umoghun Zwagbo reduced in size. The population that it had already repopulated the other umoghun that is now regarded as umoghun okhua today.
Yeah. All
right. When Igeon was roundly defeated, it is even in the records of umoghun Zwagbo or many that that there was a mighty tree. It is written, it is detailed, it's recorded apocryphally. I know for some of you
okay. Yeah.
Stories. I've always told you that most of the stories in Benin is apocryphal. The real story was that the Buddha Moko umoghun Zwagbo and destroyed and completely vanquished them until they had to it was umoghun okhua that was the first community to submit to the power. I'm going to give you the updates now. It's because umoghun okhua was the first community amongst all Inugu kingdom that submitted to the power of Buddha. That is why Buddha empowered umoghun okhua. But I'm coming there. Now, I always say that Bini Ohagedu or my Temi Yagwe. The apocryphal
understand me so because when they believe because they are all brothers, so as you can see from the same lineage, this Elegbe so the daughter of Oba, the daughter of the son of Oba Eweka the first, Naibon Elegbe. So it's still their brothers, if we have to say it exactly, or families, we could call them, not brothers, family.
Of the original story of Ehembuda, when Ehembuda was that a lot of you have heard the story. Okhua, no care or where umoghun. There was a big mighty tree that was very close to the palace. Now this tree was about to fall on the palace building. In order for the youths, the women wanted to hold, they wanted to hold the tree. No, when my uncle used to tell me that story, I used to say, so Iran, when Iran, the very Iran, Igedu, or one more equipment was about to fall on an Ego's house. Then the people didn't want the tree to destroy their Nogi's house. Instead, they all assembled to hold the tree while the tree is falling. So that it doesn't destroy the Nogi's house. Instead, the tree fell, crushed all of them, and destroyed the Nogi's house. It is an African way of saying the tree. The tree represents Oba Buddha and his military might. How he crushed umoghun's wagbo.
So as a myth, they'll come put on like say a story that Okpera representing, you understand? But actually it was Oba Buddha that conquered them, that went there and destroyed that Ugu kingdom where they be formed for that place.
That is how we tell. That is how we tell the story. And there's also a story that that is also very common to even the umoghun okhua. The one I just said is the one of umoghun's wagbo. The one that's common is the pot of good luck. That originally a pot of good luck was given to one of the sons of Elegbe, and it was carried and buried at the center. Was buried at the center of umoghun okhua. That is why good luck started coming. A lot of good things, a lot of people in other communities started coming. It tells of the story that yes, umoghun okhua wasn't as great as it was initially. It was the people who ran from umoghun's wagbo. That is why the word Ozwagbo came from the word umoghun nozwogbe. Yeah. Why did the people call them nozwogbe? Because everybody was aware of the military might of Oba Buddha. Everybody was aware of the military might of Oba Buddha, that Oba Buddha's military might can crush the uncrushable. Instead, it was stupidity and foolishness that made the umoghun, the original umoghun, I've said that the original umoghun is not okhua, that made the original umoghun people to want to engage in a warfare with Oba Buddha's military might. So it was foolishness that when one a bad boy, it's just like me, I go just see the world's strongest man now. As I say, as me now rubber like this, I just say this guy get chest. And you understand? I say I want to follow the guy all ground. And I know say this guy will fit beat me, but I want to follow the guy all ground. So I don't have that it was foolishness. If they weren't foolish, they were supposed to have ordinarily submitted to the power and might of Oba Buddha's military. Otherwise, the destruction that was meted out on them, they couldn't have been destroyed as much as they were destroyed. I don't know umoghun nozwogbe in order to compress it, and I tell umoghun's wagbo. That umoghun's wagbo is the home and was the headquarter of Ugu Kingdom, not umoghun okhua. not umoghun okhua. All right? But because when the war came, the umoghun that is now called Nohua Noro, that has the epithets of Nohua, the bigger umoghun, submitted first. And because of that, Oba Enguda found them as a reliable someone you can rely on the people you can rely on.
History repeating itself. All this rebellious energy, where they did it just now, like Professor Gregory, now still from the royal family before they go become Ogioba, where they come the drag waiting don't reach there, but they will go connive with Godwin Obaseki. He was the head of all of them. That, and I saw this story. And I saw these things still happen for him. Umoghun okhua, just like we saw some of all this energy to come and repent by force, by fire. Say, I beg, oh, they don't know, they can't beg the palace, say, they be not know, say, now waiting the right for paper. Whereas they all knew. Now, to Obaseki was planning to balkanize the Benin Kingdom, going as far as paying the chiefs and everyone. Chiefs. Later, some now came out immediately to say they're not going to know waiting the right for paper again. The same thing that is happening here now. Or some of their families now coming to apologize all over social media. As if their eye no reach and sense. See them like Obaseki and his cohorts. They succeeded in balkanizing the Benin Kingdom. Those people, you don't go see any of the way they apologize again. The same way, immediately some came out and start saying they're not going to know waiting the right for paper, whereas they read those papers very well, knew about Obaseki plan. They planned against the Benin Kingdom. You know, yeah, take out a door of Obama boy. Benana I'm your bevavedo. Yawa seba risco or come I waiting a yabe palace in Godwin Obaseki. So the same thing happened here. Umoghun okhua no vielegbe fandina. Those people they not quickly repented. Palace now. To say, oh, Palace, I'm sorry. We are sorry. We are no longer a part of it. But since when all this Olegbe that they do since Umoghun okhua, he not still repent that time. Oh, it was when Oba Hegbuda now came with war, destroying them. Say, may they not come divide Benin Kingdom. Why me obevavedo? But Umoghun okhua quickly said they are sorry. I think you hear me so. So the same thing happening all over and over again.
In other words, he now gave the Duke, which is the Enoge of Umoghun okhua, he now gave them. There was never any time that there was an Oba Nugu in Umoghun okhua. The Oba, not the Oba Nugu, was at Umoghun okhua. Never at any time in history.
Okay.
That it was at umoghun okhua. At all. I've just told you, umoghun okhua is stealing the glory of umoghun okhua. And that is the plain truth. Although, because they submitted on time, even before the war, they were given the privilege of becoming the head amongst all the Elegbe established dukes and dukedoms.
You understand? They now begged the palace of Buddha. They begged him, repented, saying that they are no longer a part of the coup that they were planning that time. Then he now forgave them. Let's play there again because I be the greet my sister here. Daughter of Zion, call ye or Bota.
Was about to fall on Enege's house. Then the people didn't want the tree to destroy their Enege's house. Instead, they all assembled to hold the tree while the tree is falling. So that it doesn't destroy the Enoge's house. Instead, the tree fell, crushed all of them, and destroyed the Enoge's house. It is an African way of saying the tree. The tree represents Obaeng Buddha and his military might. How he crushed umoghun Zwagbo. That is how we tell. That is how we tell the story. And there's also the story that that is also very common to even the umoghun okhua. The one I just said is the one of umoghun Zwagbo. The one that's common is the pot of good luck. That originally a pot of good luck was given to one of the sons of Elegbe, and it was carried and buried at the center. Was buried at the center of umoghun okhua. That is why good luck started coming. A lot of good things, a lot of people in other communities started coming. It tells of the story that yes, umoghun okhua wasn't as great as it was initially. It was the people who ran from umoghun Zwagbo. That is why the word Zwagbo came from the word umoghun Nozwogbe. Yeah. Why did the people call them Nozwogbe? Because everybody was aware of the military might of Obaeng Buddha. Everybody was aware of the military might of Obaeng Buddha, that Obaeng Buddha's military might can crush the uncrushable. Instead, it was stupidity and foolishness that made the umoghun, the original umoghun, I've said that the original umoghun is not okhua, that made the original umoghun people to want to engage in a warfare with Obaeng Buddha as the military might. So it was foolishness that when one a bad boy, it's just like me, I go just see the world's strongest man now. As I say, as me now rubber like this, I just say this guy get chest. And you understand? I say I want to follow the guy whole ground. And I know say this guy will fit beat me, but I want to follow the guy whole ground. So I don't have that it was foolishness. If they weren't foolish, they were supposed to have ordinarily submitted to the power and might of Obaeng Buddha's military. Otherwise, the destruction that was meted out on them, they couldn't have been destroyed as much as they were destroyed. I don't know umoghun Zwagbo in order to compress it, umoghun Zwagbo. That umoghun Zwagbo is the home and was the headquarter of Ugu Kingdom, not umoghun okhua. Not umoghun okhua. All right? But because when the war came, the umoghun that is now called Nohua Noro, that has the epithets of Nohua, the bigger umoghun, submitted first. And because of that, Obaeng Buddha found them as a reliable someone you can rely on the people you can rely on. In other words, he now gave the Duke, which is the Enoge of umoghun Nohua, he now gave them. There was never any time that there was an Oba Nugu in umoghun Nohua. The Oba, not the Oba Nugu, was at umoghun Zwagbo. Never at any time in history that it was at umoghun Nohua. I just told you, umoghun Nohua is stealing the glory of umoghun Nehere. And that is the plain truth. Although, because they submitted on time, even before the war, they were given the privilege of becoming the head amongst all the Elegbe established dukes and dukedoms.
You hear that? They were all chiefs.
So the Oba of Benin gave the umoghun okhua first amongst equal. And that is why he now created the epithets of Oba Nugu.
Yeah.
He's not saying that. He's saying that he's the first, he's the head of all. What Oba Nugu means is not Oba as a king in reality. Oba Nugu means that he's the first amongst all of the Ugu dukes, because he was given the political and the traditional wit amongst every other person. But there is a practice.
And before Buddha came, before the war came in that destroyed the Igbo kingdom, so the name, they have been using that name, Oba. Meanwhile, they're wearing the Oba of Benin. So it's nothing. You can still see some, I made examples of some of what they say. People out there, like some Igbo boys, you see them, when they have money, they will give themselves Oba as a title. Oba Nehun, Oba Nukone, Oba Ne. It's still, we have so many of these Oba names. That doesn't make them the Oba of Benin. In Benin, even up to as we speak, many like that. Oba Nukone, Oba Nehun, Oba Ne. That doesn't make them Oba of Benin. It is still there among all these Igbo people, when mostly I dey see some of them on Facebook where they go get money, and like all this Demobi Kubana, some of them they go give themselves, say they still be Oba as a title. So what happened here? Because that name Oba of Ugu was already there as a name before Obayegbuda came, to end up whatever that was going on there, because they are all still under Benin. There is Benin. Yekorion was a village in Benin, even up to today. So the name doesn't really signify any other thing again. They just say, okay, since them be like that. But they are not the Oba of Benin. Like Imaswe Izodu was said, he was not the Oba no Kone, where can be the Obanugu of all the dukes of Elegbe children. You understand me? So, as the head, me say na Oba of Benin. Please, power tap, may we hear this place again.
It's not a matter of who knows it better. I don't know why Benin's always think that I know this thing better, I know this thing better. It's not a matter of who knows this thing better. The epithets of Obanugu. He's not saying that. He's saying that he's the first, he's the head of all. What Obanugu means is not Oba as a king in reality. Obanugu means that he's the first amongst all of the Ugu dukes, because he was given the political and the traditional wit amongst every other person. But there is a practice that is still being practiced till date to verify that umoghun was the original headquarter, was the original,
yes,
the only headquarter of Ugu Kingdom. Adikwegbe of all the Ugu dukedoms till date. Ask. All right? It's not a matter of Wesley Egwaihato. It's not a matter of who knows it better. It's not a matter of who knows it better. I don't know why Benin's always think that I know this thing better, I know this thing better. It's not a matter of who knows this thing better. There's already written works about this matter. And someone who knows it far better than you do already wrote it. So, Adwikwegbe amongst the Enogi of that are Elegbe descendant. Me I say here, Obemila, the Hindlip, he's still accorded the right to the best parts of the meat. Is still given to the Nogi of umoghun's Wagbo till date, as a sign of a respect that is the home at which every other descendant of Elegbe migrated from.
Una here?
Like I said, it's just like you have Okaiji-san,
yeah,
which is domiciled at Irwa.
Yes.
He's the head of all Enigis in Enigi of Okaoro Ogie Awogie-san is the head. That is the Enogi of Ira. Is the head of all the Enigi in Esan land.
Yes,
He's the first amongst equal. It doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that other people are not Enogi. They have the same right, but he's just first amongst equal. In case they want to take decisions, all right? The decisions will be presided by him. He's your Kao Jesa. It's first amongst equal. So that's how umoghun Jugdom or Enogi became first amongst equal amongst all Elegbe descendants.
Okay.
That is the Ugu Dukes. All right.
That's the way go come they oversee them as they see Okage-san. Now it can be Oba Nugu. Where they see to all the dukes, the energies of this descendant of Elegbe.
However, another point that we must understand is that the meeting that was being conducted amongst all of the Ugu kingdoms were never done at umoghun, because when Ehembuda brought war to Ugu kingdom, he was domiciled at Urewe. And when he had completely vanquished them, all matters of within the former Ugu kingdom territories were decided at Urewe. Even before now, almost all the meetings that concerns that Ugu kingdom, if it's to be decided among them, must be done at Urewe. And not umoghun.
You see?
That's another point that we must notice. In our next class, I'm going to talk about all the 11 children of Elegbe, how they established a lot of other communities around. Some went to, like, one of his grandson, Ekmenede, went to Urunigbe. He died. His elder brother had to go and exhume his body, came to bury him in the front of the palace of the Enogi of Ewesi. He had a powerful spear, and that is what culminates to Ishioku, the Ishioku festival that has been done in Ewesi in 3 years. It's a reminiscence of the heroism, of the bravery of Ekmenede, who was a grandson of I'm going to, in our other subsequent class, I'm going to Yad Unikai, all the 11 children, the male and the female, the colonies, how all of them left. Like I've already established, it is Elegbe's second son, or boy, umoghun, Nokwa, Naiti umoghun, Nokwa, Naiti Oladagweze, Imagua pronoun, Dodan Logo, Kiri, Imagua pronounce.
Oladagweze, that was the second son of Elegbe. We go establish or found the umoghun. Olagweze. You can also call it like that.
You understand? See, I'm not interested in umoghun. Get it? In the topic stated on top here, it was not umoghun that is the topic. It's Ogun Kingdom. And get to know, I'm from Orion 2. All right? I'm from Orion 2. So nobody has if you have a contrary opinion as to the story that I have said, you write your own book. Let the umoghun people, those who are completely deceiving people historically, let them publish their own book. Let them have a book. At least my community, I wrote a book about my village. So the umoghun people should also write, and so that we can compare notes. A lot of people have written about Ugu Kingdom, and also citing that some of the glory that umoghun possesses wrongly doesn't belong to them. And I'm a Benin historian. I'm not an umoghun historian, I'm only Ugu Kingdom historian. So it's of concern to us that our history has to be well placed the way it should be placed.
Exactly.
And if you have contrary opinion, according to Chinua Achebe, he said the best way to answer, to counter whether a lie or truth is to write. Then you write. I've seen two umoghun historians coming to me that they wanted to publish a book. That this is how it is, this is how they do, stating that Idu was the son and all of that. And I've been able to tell them you cannot reconcile the differences because they are wrong. But anyway, let me not argue. I'm used to you people not wanting to get the truth because of lies upon lies and upon lies. And that's what it's otherwise all about. I've been flogging Yoruba people, Ishekiri people and all of that for their lies. So let me also carry my cane to flog my own people for lying, for trying to bend story, for trying to okhua. So the bottom line of the history today is that Ugu Kingdom no longer exists. It doesn't exist. It once existed. Ehengbuda vanquished it.
Exactly.
No longer exists. And Obanugu is just an epithet. First amongst equal. It doesn't make him an Oba. Like I've said before, it is not only him. I don't know why some people, because of arrogancy of history, Oba is also an Oba. It doesn't make him an Oba. It doesn't mean that he has an epithet. Yes, because he was once an Oba. He was once an Oba. I did a documentary of almost about 47 minutes of Obani Yedo. He has the appellation of an Oba. Even we have one called Obani Yekiya. If you people don't know that, that's also an appellation.
Exactly, Obani Yekiya.
Obani Yekiya. It's also an appellation. It doesn't not make him that Yedo. You know. So most of these things were appellation as a result of the history of the world that is no longer in conformity with the reality of today's history. You know.
So now, when we stop out there, there's still a lot. We still come to talk about a lot of all these things. So this is just the truth. These works you saw here, Imaswe is otherwise the one narrating it, but this was done by an historian from Iyekoriomo, the greatest we could say. There are no lies attached to this thing. Even me too, I don't hear many of these things. I make maybe the touch and small just now, but since I don't first call lie, and not be everything I feel remember, but I knew about them. Now make me go find this video to come and play it to you now. This is it. Okage sana, una contact say na dem be Oba again. Say na they as the head of all the dukes in Isha land. Like Ide Iruana is the Okage san, he don't make a Oba. Same thing with this Oba Nukono, because when they be one go try to divide Benin Kingdom, the name was already there. Where they give to themselves before Oba Ehengbuda ascend the throne, which now say this kind of thing they're not the same for Edo. Edo cannot be divided. So now make go and put a stop to that Ugu Kingdom where they go gather for that bush for there. Okay? And this umoghun what they are talking about, as you can see, that's just the truth. Umoghun there was nothing like that. Now only umoghun because now the son of Elegbe, the second son, I even found umoghun. Now understand me so, just like you heard. Ozuagbo, now they call him this umoghun Ozuagbo, now they call her before the name change, just as name changes over times. We can be umoghun, but umoghun now they fair even see when that Ugu Kingdom, which as like they placed the capital to be there at that time, just as you heard. So these liars waiting to reach their body where they're going to claim, because I keep on telling people, if you try distorting the Benin history, you are only wasting your time. Headache or because the Benin history is so true, so authentic. If you are taking your time, say you want to distort the ancient Benin history, no. A headache na go buy you. You go buy me for nothing's sake. Because it's not something that maybe you will find some lies. I'm not even talking about a lies or say maybe you will get one or two lies. No, it's just the truth and very, very authentic. So such thing, not be the one where you go come and say you want distort. No, to talk of you villagers. Where una de bush of Ijekorion village. Now una could see carry una own con with a brocosi. Garuao. Nerema gbana wuhun. This ogin oba ogin ni cow. Ogin dona ni ati a brocosi. Yeah, because I tell the sister Aisha, he won't believe me. This boy can never be. If not, na two things. If he not be SMB, he go be saying forefathers, just like the Meyore Novio Mose, where they Chris. Now still see like Monkey Face and all these people say their forefathers also came to settle in Benin. They are not the real Benin people. Two things that they look about this one. But although we say maybe they go find where it come from, 200K for anybody who can give his address, where his people live, this past one, this Bambiala of Brocos. Una here, 200K now we put here. Anybody will go find it, where it come from, where his people they live, to see them. Anybody will bring the address, your identity is not going to be disclosed. Just be rest assured. You will get your money and nobody goes to talk and can't say that you bring her. That's what we want to do now. Wamioe, Runda, Enikao, Ediedo Kebinika, Salobano, or Swiss say you are onia, or moi or dan. Iarwea, okay, Imirenia. Me, I no go can't get time. Only my way to do ya mwe bogbeo, or where boy me bono bung bebe bogioba. Okay, Naisha people had them go take command mostly, Nami Ajode, but which I believe this boy, because from all the video where they don't send to my WhatsApp, when they do all this, they are evil. So now so Ishan people now they see for the boss. As soon as see all this place where they enter, so all this the most evil of these Ishan people. Now food there from all the videos they sent to my WhatsApp. Una hear so. He said Brocos is not from Oriomo. Naesa, Naishan boy, where they speak Benin. Erikai. Wamiwe. Because if yes, sir, or say vidis and I said the go sing. If yes, sir, what with the boss? Beba, if yes, sir, what do sir? If yes, sir, jealousy, bena. If yes, sir, river do. In when I bag way, yes, and Zanzena. Ia me wa me we send the so let's look for the address. I beg. Nobody will disclose your identity. No. Your money, you will have it immediately. You understand? So please, may we know this where this boy come from. His family home, a family I know me. A family or meme, a bomb no carry. We want to know. I said, one wagging a video. Wamio and I, bo, Edenia, wabby me boy to Webok by why worry. Kia came I and Igbao. Oh, T. Maggie beg any way Nicao, in a row, will not but not careful, cause only very again. Egani or Iwao Diowaya, a gimme a gado ya bag when no dogi. Webok beg he ever who am back bomb and no care walking via do, you know. A gimme out ya like Titoki. Moonek bear brocosi. Why I wear a boy na mag baga roa. If a bola would be Ugukin donor not destroy. the girl by Buddha or here boy. E ugu no good ugu kinto or here boy. Na me ever again, you, my dear, you me away. Uhonania. Wa lorry. We inika o mana guwa we vana ne nuwe mi a ya like tito kun we me. We me. Bia ise mwe bog bo e mi nedo. Yes, we say yo we no pa. No carry again because the other one, the way we may have the scene, it not see clear finish. Something done wrong with the other one too. One bell. You know where Mama Urema? So this history will go still continue if I get chance tomorrow. Okay? You know there are still other parts we are going to talk about. Mama, do remember open no. Not be only one, the other one see am because from here now, as I take screenshot, you go to see clearly. The other one too don't they blind. The other one too not they normal eye like that. You don't see the blind. So I want to make the ancestors. Inika no tornado ni awa blind the efo. Cause so irwa audio waya ne yegi mi a yeah like TikTok. Cause the other one as you see the user they see small. Now they manage the content talk. Mama everyone. Cause me and them now you know so that tomorrow because I be not so say I come line again. Ogi your back in 1 second warame. Uwa su with the newiru wa. Ogi your back for there no ogi zolo ebe too. E can 1 second warame vie san ogi your back. Ivie san bay. Ivie san ne jealousy gbe igbagwe ne ni ari agbon se. Ivie san e san rive do. Ogi oba e can 1 second warame e brokos uga brokosi wo uge ni danu mune gboenia. Ana imiene ya erere brokos erere we uwe brokos ogi yaje. Uwe vie kwewe ogi yaje. Ha? Erere we na yaro wo brokosi. Na aje meme we na ya ewe na. Ige meme loi. Gbagwe nenu ri agbon se otonedo gbo e. Agbo onu no ya zedo ni. Emi amene won kun o hin alla wonu ni re. Wana ni gifi unu giedo ne do koko nu na do ya me wu wago azedo. Why say social media why do you know ari agin edo. Ri agi vi edo ri agin egwa no edo. Emi amene mo kun o wa gbe ne biyo. Emi amene mo kun o hin allu wanu ni re. Ogun ọba ọga gbu wanu ni waye ya zedo ni. O ma wa ye mi ne do kin. Why say social media why do atai? We na mi edo koku wani. Edo mame mi no ya wako ebi edo mame mi no ya wako. Ah, unu wani wa kekeke ya mo ni sunwa. Emi amene ki anju wa gbe ariana ri abi oga lu wanu ni re. Nu waye ya zedo ni ogun ọba ọga gbu wanu ni. Ogun ni zide oga gbu wanu ni. Ogun egbo gbu wanu ni. Ogun na jigbele ogbu wanu nu wa ya zedo ni. Ogun your back in 1 second warame. Ogun ason agbu wanu ni. Ogun na mo ogbu wanu ni. Wa afian hu. Ogun your back here fake in 1 second warame. Ogun viedo. Ogun your toredo. Uwa ya sungu. Edenewero wa. Amogun wa here. Ememe aya wa ya. Ememe wa meme gu. Uwa aje meme fie gogo wa ye meme wa ya eloi wa ke wu. Ememe aya wa ve dagmo wa ya fe. Ologo ma fu wa gbe. Ologo ma ola wa ya gbe. Ken 1 second wa rame. Ogin vi edo. Ogin edo. ogie egwano edo. Iwetu wahia sungu, ogie oba wahia he, ogie oba ken wa second wa rame, wa sungu, edenewero wa. So let's go. Because made mama yere no. Yoge, yogo. Now good night. Thank you. Somebody recorded this thing, but if I'm chanced, I will bring it out. All this lie. Aboge, ni abe yamurena. Runde I suspend ave nigi na nigi kekanyakin. So yeah, barokba. I may be vavedo, irioji telegadi. Mina ya sunu, anamie obae buda o go aqua. Making anata ya form of bave. Ugo Disney, Ugu village Geneva. So kagani, but there's nothing like anything like that. Okay. Moreover, that place is a village. They are all under Edo villages. Okay. So that's that. Thank you. Well, here we are.
Yoruba land. So any book with the write, now there they carry and go. Now there for the chook finger for inside. They write with it, the one they write, they turn everything upside down. You understand?
And it's really right to post on.
That be the thing now. Even when you carry our book, they still touch and. So we know all those things. So if you are aborigine,
and one thing they don't understand them, they don't see generation like us go come. We go ask question. Now the question they ask today, now they pay them for body now. Because we don't want to pass the same wrong narrative to our children. That's why we are asking questions. See, how come? Today now they don't feel explain themselves. How can you say you fall come for sky? Say you carry foul come. Then the other ones.
They even try to change itself. They will be giving different narrative.
And another thing again, how can you be a king when your father is still alive? Only of if the babalawo, if father is still alive, they say that they call him king. Okay, let me say king, not that lineage.
No be king, you say babalawo.
Babalawo. So
there is nothing today, like king there.
You know today, mama, as I deal with one place, so one girl come pass. I know the girl very well. The girl, he tell Kuku. Now go say, you eat soap. We want to do marriage. He say no. Say nah, they want to do burial. So he use a white bead to do the Kuku. So when Asian girl comes here, and this white bead now they want to use now. Now go say no, but like say this one for just now. Because they are other they ever see do it they want to do. Finance I don't know. You go. Palace go ask that question. Now when they say, what if person want to marriage, they know if you use a red bead. Now when say, you know yesterday they do something, because he say, now let be near them for do that thing, in Norwich they are saying, I will be Asa. I say, who are Asa? I say, who be Asa? What he consign us, consign Asa. Now one woman called they say, Asa not be Benin. Now say, ask him. That's not he consign us. If you like, you go carry out the big one, shook out for your head. Now, you are fearing amen. That's if you like, you shook anything. But now you get the headache, not be me. So nobody they follow na drag anything. Mona Karuna Wala they go. And say, you get any history waiting for some people say they get red bead, they invent any red bead, they invent anything. They invent anything. According to for me, all those their Nubian ancestors were so useless and lazy. To the extent they do not invent anything for their children to be proud of. So that is why they are crying today. So the guy called the what he talk. Now one guy can say, not be loud because if you look we not get anything. Now say even the not tell the guys, even the clothes one the wear. Now no pay people get go and check the history. It not belongs to Asa. Now the guys in the office here and for social media say not be and get that cloth. He even surprised to say na and now the girl comes up and keep quiet. That's why if I dey come, they know they talk of those nonsense. Once they see I dey come, though Sophie just shut up, though wait make I feel come out. Now so maybe one may do people they do am. Not be say you dey come, best you dey talk about a do, they talk bad about a do. You see they go see get mind, they talk am. Then you come see you use your waka say no concern you. It concern me I can never I no go fit see I not see how you dey do all those things, how your waka leave you. Definitely they know say I must reply them, and my reply they come with glass boost. So all these new pay people will not get anything to drag with them. May they go. May they get at.
You know, see now, since where we help them promote Esan State, they know they talk about Esan State again. No.
No.
They don't forget. They know say we won't follow them.
All people destroy them.
We not care. Oh. You see, and they know they talk about that. But the time when we not say Esan State, Akpa Mahin, it was a social media d'avant, maybe Okpa with snake.
Maybe Okpa with snake. Oh.
Can you imagine Okpa
with people when come for dry land. People when water not did their land, not to talk of oil.
Now, we don't they help that the promoter. They not they talk about Esan State again. They're not quiet. Mr. DJ Staro, you know, say we follow them, wanted to shout, Esan State. You know, see, I said they don't they talk about them again.
Yes, I see her now. They just come out. Mama, they come out, can't destroy all those people. I understand them.
We understand they are destroyer. That is just the truth. As you talk now, so it be. They are destroyer because the land is not belongs to them. They want to destroy. That is why every time they go social media, they go to this what I call them South Africa page. Go they tell they say Nigeria is a zoo. Imagine these people they are here correct, calling a whole country a zoo, and you two they inside. I never seen that kind of thing before. They are not Nigeria. They are not even
in South Africa. They are all problem big past Nigeria.
Not mind those ones. You know, say those ones just they fool our people. They just they use our cash cruise for our people head.
Those are the gather views.
Exactly.
Our people go just run, go there, go the challenge Igbo people where get bipolar disease.
Sister,
they can't change.
Sister, if not done like that, they're not gonna know what they happen because all these Igbo there's a big talk lie. They guess with smart. If not be the way people go tell say no, look on a lie. That one see help.
Thomas, I dey come first. Learning group, you are welcome. Hello, are you there?
I'll go.
It be like say na Esan.
Have you ever seen that one learning will be our person?
No, they don't thief. They don't thief the name. He get one somebody now. They use say the truth. Mother said the truth. I not see him or he travel.
No, Mother said the truth today. She did. Me and she even did one platform since.
I not see him. Mother said the truth. Oh, he get one boy. I wanted to tell her. He get one boy. Wait, one boy use that name to open platform. Say the truth. You go just say na Mother said the truth. You carry her come up. Now insult to direct. I say if I see I go tell her. Somebody don't carry his name.
Yeah, how do you see boy? I see them people wahala.
I tell you.
There not be any wahala. They not get sense, my brother.
I know, bro. You know, it's the activity. If you pies and you pies and then they play like chess. Reality,
he just can't say the truth. Me, I even mother said the truth. How you did the next thing, I saw to. I say, so these people. If you not see a mail, help me tell them. If you not there any platform with her, make it know. Say somebody don't they use it.
I go tell her.
Tell us.
Yeah.
Somebody don't they use that name, make it know how you go take money. If you sign, Igbo, Isagan Paya Ivafin.
Miami done.
When my dagger, my Yania wa move Uromi. Wa ye movie Gueva, if you sank bar away, Yaga move of ye saver, if you go her away, my Yania wa arrested, no Fulani inside.
You see?
No
That's why.
Fulani.
The youth chairman and the Julian that youth chairman or those vigilantes, they need to arrest them, make they ask a question. Because people can't do that thing. How you catch criminal, you say full and ESM, when pursue them and chase them enter the next community. Who know the community where they go, the atrocity will commit there. Now say that people, those youths, may they go arrest them, may they ask a question. They know those people. Maybe those people, they don't be Fulani.
I say all the one with them because me, I know when they carry their video, the way they bring Igbo, you understand? Me, I know even anything where they happen, the Oriyan Wanihi. And for they bring their video, all the people where they don't arrest, all of them are Igbo and Esa, Igbo and Esa, Igbo and Esa, no Fulani inside, no other tribe.
Sure.
Mama, see. Although I know, say those Fulani, they still they mess up. You understand that they mess up where?
Well, mommy, Fulani, not so like those states. But you not see the Fulani people where you cry out for those states.
Yes, I see them. I said they still they mess up in some way. Those are the video.
No, those one where they mess up.
Those are not be Fulani. I want to try talk, Mama. You know what I want to try talk. Now the side when he near them for this side. Now those Igbo people, for they do what they want they do. If I tell you about my side, like of your northeast, you understand? Nothing of such. Never. You understand? Only way for Apple, make I tell you. Now, man, just my community, go self. Full animal, where they carry cow, they go, you can't lose guard one cow, come out. So the cow can't walk anywhere. So after that kind of daybreak and all that, men can't bend that cow. Go, you understand? After me, don't burn her. Outside man come back. Now let that problem. Now they get with that community. Now community can pay that money. You understand? So that one not be attack. You understand? Now the community even find in trouble.
Now what you make Fulani?
So I don't say maybe they know they do them. Even you see the way that they destroy people farm and all that. So all those things not good now.
See, it's not good.
So not deny them for all those one. But to talk about that Isha area, the mostly that Oromi, you understand? Because only area where the fee enter for those states and I be that one easily. You understand? So now only that area for the commit all those atrocities, you know. So now be the thing, not be saying that they're everywhere, you know. For if you notice, Igbo man will cash out there, you don't finish. You don't know, no go area, not be lie. You see that from Uniben, University of Benin. Just they go. All those are my hood. All those are my area.
Good though. You Korean that day. Yeah, if you Korean, when you are more done, Igmaka Lala or Igmaka, quick Maka, Igmaka, ya Lala.
Now be the thing because now there, now if you are noticed for start, University of Benin.
Igbo, ya wa.
So if you pass there, come back. Now you go. Now you go local government. You know. If you are noticed.
You know why even if the Fulani they carry that thing where Kelebe they carry, before no say na stick that they carry. If our people they look for cow where they will take do celebration, ya do ya Mila ya mock babo. Ya do ya Mila Moyana is one more Sicily legbe. But
osisi ni na osisi ni ihe niile ha osisi